Hello people of the internet, today we are here to ask the question, Revenant.
Yeah! What is it good for?
Indeed, what is the Warframe Revenant good for? To answer this, we will take a look at its abilities inside the simulacrum before taking it out into the live environment to see it in action. After that, we will take a look at how to acquire this Warframe. I would like to state before we get going that this Warframe cannot be gained until you have completed most of the main quests in the game, such as the Second Dream and the War Within. If you have not yet completed those quests, you may want to stop watching now and come back to it once you have, as there may be a couple of sections that are borderline spoiler territory. If you are past that, or simply do not care about spoilers, then cool, let's get to it. First up, it's worthwhile taking a look at Revenant's passive ability. When Revenant's shield depletes, it will cause a shockwave that knocks down nearby enemies. This is particularly good since the new implementation of shield gating, as it gives you even more warning that you need to protect yourself or get out of there. Revenant's first ability is Enthrall. Convert a target into a zealous thrall. Thralls turn on their allies and enthrall through damage. On death, they disintegrate into a damaging pillar of energy. The thrall horde remains under Revenant's spell until the ability runs out. As stated, this ability when cast will enthrall a nearby enemy. Then any damage they do to the remaining enemies in the area has a chance to enthrall them. Due to the amount of armour and health on these level 50 gunners, it is possible to have them all under Revenant's enthrall command while the ability is active. It is recommended to take them down while they are in this state, as they will return to normal when the ability's duration is up, and also defeating them will drop the damaging pillar of energy that was mentioned in the tooltip, which will damage incoming enemies out in the live environment. Revenant's second ability is Mesmerskin. Become enveloped in sentient energy which redirects damage and stuns all those who dare attack. Stunned enemies can be enthralled at no energy cost. Once again, the tooltip has this one fairly well covered. You can activate this ability when you are likely to be under heavy fire. This will redirect the damage back at the attacker and stun them. In this scenario, I am able to stun all 8 enemies fairly quickly, which then opens them up for easy takedowns or energy-free enthralling. Revenant's third ability is Reeve. Dash through enemies as a wall of sentient energy, leeching shields and health from any encountered. Enhanced for thralls. This one is a bit hard to demonstrate in the simulacrum due to the many pitfalls you can and will fall down. However, it is very good to use out in the live environment when you are low on shields and health, as it will recover them fairly quickly if you can use it to dash through enthralled enemies. Revenant's fourth ability is Dance Macabre. Erupt with a multitude of Eidolon energy beams and sweep a circle of death around Revenant. The beams will modify their damage type to target select defences, while incoming damage is redirected back into the beams. Hold fire to boost the status effect and damage at the cost of increased energy consumption. Thralls killed by this leave overshield pickups. This ability can really pack a punch, as you can see here. I actually had to increase the enemies from level 50 to my current max, which is 135 for this demonstration, as they would simply die too quickly if I didn't. The fact that the damage automatically gets changed to the damage type they are weak to is great. In this case, it is corrosive. You can still take damage while using this ability, so it is recommended that you use it in combination with Revenant's Mesmerskin if you are under heavy fire. Now that we know what Revenant can do, let's take it out into the live environment to see it in action. Revenant is great for any endless mission type due to its great survivability and the fact that it can enthrall enemies, turning them against one another and removing their attention away from you. In this demo, I am running the mission Akkad on Eris. Enthralled infested don't live very long, but they do allow you to cover the area with damaging energy pillars. If somehow you fall asleep at the wheel and do get overrun, you can then switch to the fourth ability and wipe everything in a sort of disco ball frenzy. It is great. So that's what Revenant can do. Now you may be wondering how to get your hands on this Warframe, and here is where the spoilers may begin. Revenant's part blueprints all drop from the last 3 bounty difficulties on Cetus. Simply head on over to Konzu and choose one of these missions to run, and eventually you should be able to gather all 3, which are the systems, neuroptics and chassis blueprints. Once you have all 3, you will need to increase your rep with the quills. If you do not know who the quills are, then continue your main quest lines and eventually you will start to understand. These guys require you to defeat the Eidolons out in the plains of Eidolon to increase rep and standing with them. You must reach the rank of observer with them to start the main quest. When you have, you can then head over to Nakak and speak to her. She is the mask vendor on Cetus, and at this point she should now be trying to offload an old mask she has acquired. You need to take the mask and wear it out in the plains at night to advance the quest Mask of Revenant. When this is complete, you will acquire the main blueprint. With all 4 blueprints in hand, you can get to crafting this Warframe. So there we have it, we have taken a look at Revenant and what it is good for. If you like this content, please help out the channel by clicking the like button. If you would like to request another video like this for any other Warframe I have not yet covered, then let me know in the comments down below and I will do my best to create it. Also, please consider clicking the subscribe button and notification bell to be notified when the next video arrives. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again next time.